What's up, y'all? I'm gonna be doing laundry and cleaning up my room while I talk about this video. I've been wanting to do this video for a bit, but I kept putting it off, and I just decided that I just need to start integrating these videos into my daily life. Like doing laundry and cleaning my room. I just got back from home, and I left in a rush from my apartment at university, so my room is a little bit of a wreck. So I'm gonna clean it up as I'm talking. Before I get started though, doing laundry and all that, the topic is going to be basically, I learned data structures and algorithms in 2 weeks, and I'm supposed to be taking this class next semester, but I decided to go ahead and take it this semester by reading a book, and I learned the entire thing in 2 weeks. And I'm just going to be talking about learning speed. I don't have a specific format for the video. I'm just going to go over what I learned in the course, and then how I'm going to be taking what I learned, pretty much like how quickly I learned that material and applying it to other things. So I'm going to get started. Yeah, so like I just said, I learned the entirety of data structures and algorithms in 2 weeks. Now, I did this by literally just taking at least an hour every day and just devoting it to the book. And that was it. I read an hour, well, not read an hour. I took an hour every single day, and I would read the book, and I would take notes, and I'd read the notes back to myself, and at the end of each chapter, I'd write a wrap-up page, and I would explain to myself what I learned in that chapter and make sure I fully understood it, both at the end and as I was reading it. And I think that was really important because that managed, A, for me to remember and retain most of the information that I learned, and B, just make sure that I actually understood the material I was talking about and what I was doing. And I started thinking about it because when I registered for classes, I was looking at it. Fortunately, I have scholarships, so my class fees are actually covered, or mostly covered. But this, data structures and algorithms is going to be a 4-month class. I'm taking it in the spring, and it's like $1,600, maybe $2,000. I forget the amount because, like I said, I don't have to pay for it. Fortunately, very fortunate for that. But it's just crazy though because I learned this entire material in 2 weeks, and it wasn't even that complicated too. And really, you can learn this on your own. I started thinking about it. I'm taking discrete structures or discrete math, whatever you want to call the class right now. And the material in that class is not difficult either. And I'm going through the lecture notes and like the lecture slides, and my professor is taking like anywhere from 1 to 3 classes to go through an entire lecture slide. And obviously, he talks more in detail about it, and gives history on it and answers people's questions and breaks down the problems really simplified. But if you're doing these like lecture slides on your own, you can cover an entire lecture slide with notes and comprehension in an hour. And on top of that too, you can go online and watch some Kimberly Brem videos or find videos in general that cover the same topics while they're reinforcing learning. They'll do it in 15 minutes and then you do some practice problems and you're killing it. So it's just insane to me. It's just insane to me that I did that. And, I kind of proved that to myself in the summer. In summer I took Physics 2, and pretty much I did not learn anything the entire semester until the final week. I went to my professor. I was like, hey, I need to learn all this because I don't know anything. And then he's like, oh, well, do this, this, and this. Most people don't actually do it and fail. And I literally did nothing for 14 hours, nothing but physics for 14 hours, 15 hours a day, literally, like timer on, I'm working the entire time, timer off 5 minutes, rinse and repeat. I did that for 7 days, and I got the highest grades on my final test and my final exam, like test 3 and the final exam. And I didn't really realize it then. I just thought it was because I pressured myself and I was already a little bit familiar just because I covered it in class. But yeah, after doing data structures and algorithms, I realized that can be applied to any subject. And I kind of just want to segue that into doing that for subjects. Not many people will watch this, obviously, but I hope for the people who do watch this part, I hope what they take away is that you should learn things on your own and try to get it down as quick as possible. Mainly, like honestly, make sure you understand what you're learning. But it's really important to go ahead because if you're going at the pace, especially in today with AI and like the people out there who are like exceptionally good, who are exceptionally smart, who already have so many years of experience on you, like you have to be learning at a quicker rate. You have to be going through iterations of those fails at a quicker rate. Because someone like me, like I've been coding since I was 11. I'm turning 20 this December. Like 9 years. And then there are kids who are just starting to learn to code now. Like, you're not beating me, and I'm really good at coding. Like, I'm really really good at coding. So like, but there's other areas I lag obviously. But I'm saying those is even I like have a huge leg up on people, and I'm still pretty anxious about all this stuff and trying to learn. So yeah, that's been my big takeaway. And anyways, I'm also going to be taking that and applying it to other subjects. Right now obviously it's final season and finishing up finals, and I have some freelance jobs that I have to wrap up. So I won't be learning any big new subjects for the next foreseeable couple weeks. But whenever I'm done with those and the new semester rolls around and like the new year, I'll learn a whole bunch of stuff on my own. I kind of just wanted to take that time to share, pretty much the lesson I learned is learn more quicker and really put time and focus on it. In regards to a DSA book for people who are also computer science and got to learn DSA and need to do leak codes and all that for the OAs, I'll link the book down below to the free PDF. I can't remember the title of the book right now off the top of my head, but read the book. It is really good. It does not dive into the proofs or the math for DSA, but you really don't need it for doing leak codes and OAs. And when you're reading through his book, it's not going to make you you're not automatically just going to fully understand leak codes. You're still going to have to practice leak codes. You're still going to have to learn the algorithms, and there's going to be a lot of practice involved with leak code. But as someone who tried doing leak code before reading this book and after reading this book, the book really helps. It just helps you understand things better. So I highly recommend you read it and just get out of the way. Like I was saying, just at least an hour a day, hour to 2 hours every day, and you will fully understand data structures and algorithms in 2 weeks. And yeah. Oh, also, I got fun news. So, not that you guys asked, but about 9 weeks ago, I really injured my shoulder, and I was like, oh, because I was benching. I was like, oh, that's weird. It hurt really, really bad. Anyways, I let it go by for 8 or 9 weeks. I didn't box. I didn't do MMA. I didn't do any sort of lifting or anything. I've just been running a lot. I have ultra marathon in December. The training for that's been going really well. 6-week prep. I'm doing it with my friend that I did a marathon with last year. But anyways, 9 weeks go by. Shoulder's still bad, and I went in for an X-ray. Let me see if I can get the image up. And there's literally just a gap, and pretty much I have osteolysis or something. It's something like that. But anyways, pretty much the bone. There's the bone is degenerating, so I'm losing bone mass. And then I've always been able to pop my shoulder in and out of place, and apparently throughout my entire life, but apparently it was the tendon was always shrunk enough to keep it in place. Anyways, pretty much the tendon was always stretched. The bone is degrading. Eventually, the tendon snapped and fully detached from the bone, and that's what the gap is. Where the gap is, obviously the gap shouldn't be that big. There should be more bone mass there, but everyone has that gap in their shoulder. It's just usually way smaller, and there's connective tissue there, or tendons there. But yeah, anyway, so I have another 8 to 12 weeks of physical therapy. Fortunately, it's covered by my school, so that's really nice. But yeah, so I'm out of commission. Fortunately, I can do the ultra, but I'm out of commission for boxing and MMA and lifting and all of that. And it's actually pretty interesting too. I've always been pretty lean. For reference, I'm 6 foot, 6'1.5" or something like that. And I was When I was bulking, I was like 180. Usually like 177, but I'm like 170 right now. So I've lost a good. I've lost a number of pounds. Also too, thank you for the support on the first video. I really appreciate it. For the people's comment, like for the people who commented and I didn't respond back, I haven't been on that account forever, so forgive that. Follow me on Twitter too. Follow me on Twitter. I created, or an X. Follow me on X. I just created an X not too long ago, and I've been using it a lot, and I really like X. It's great. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for listening. You'll probably be seeing a lot more types of videos like this where I'm just doing laundry or cleaning or something, or doing dishes or something like that. Just so that way I don't overthink it, and I try to set like a dedicated time and then a delay it and then move on to the next day. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for your time. Hope you guys found this somewhat useful. If you have any thoughts or if you disagree with me on anything, leave it down in the comments. And yeah, take care.